Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Let's rock!
Box, transform, and roll out. You can call this the New World Order of Wrestling, brother.
The dead body was found in a house in Seattle on Friday morning. He was dead of an apparently self-inflicted shotgun blast to the head.
You got knocked the fuck out!
I've been telling you that all week, bro. I hate being right all the time. It's hard being me.
It's hard being you, huh?
It is.
Well, with that being said, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bayou Geeks. I'm Chris,
I'm Jeff.
and we are the Bayou Geeks.
What up? What up?
What's up? Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Look, we're a bunch of friends that we're just going to have some fun.
Well, I mean, I guess you technically can't say we're a bunch.
Okay,
It's just
two
of us.
guys. Two guys in a truck, you know?
We're just two guys in a truck, man. No, we're just some friends, man. We're just gonna have some conversations about some good stuff, man. You know, like
Pop
geek
culture.
stuff.
Geeks,
Well,
absolutely.
man, geek stuff, dude. I mean, I see when people say pop culture, I assume pop culture, and I think of like crappy pop music, which ugh.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie, I do too. I look at the cool shit when we were kids, you know? And
Well,
we're gonna and look
you
at the
can't-
new
you
ways
can't-
too.
You can't compare the '90s to now. The '90s ruled.
You can't even compare the 80s to now, man. I mean,
You
come
can't.
on.
Well, you can't compare the '80s to the '90s either. The '90s was, like you like to say, was utopia. I mean, it was just
Absolutely.
nobody was offended. Everybody just did their thing, man, and just it was a good time. I miss the '90s.
Oh God, do I? Huh? God, do I?
Oh,
Generation X.
yeah. Well, like I said, when I was watching that, what was it? That movie, Singles, man. I mean, the story was. I mean, it was all right, but it was cool just to.
It's
kind
a
of.
chick flick, but you know, if you're a
It's
dude,
not.
it's
It's
it-
not that it was a chick flick, man. It was more that it brought you back to the '90s. The writing wasn't the greatest,
that
but it was
early
nice to see. It
grunge.
was nice to see a movie where people didn't have cell phones all in their hands again. Uh, just what we grew up to.
That early grunge scene, 90, 91, or like 89, you know, when it was all fresh in Seattle. It was new before it actually hit the States, you know, across the country. Yeah, it was awesome. It was the grunge scene for as small and short as it was. It just, you know, it was awesome. I mean, what it ended in 94. It ended with Cobain's death, let's be honest. I mean, the grunge.
No, well, see,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not a big Nirvana fan, so I don't think it ended with Cobain.
Yeah, it ended with Cobain. I mean, Cobain was the one that was keeping it locked. And if you look at all the other bands, they kind
Man,
of
you
changed.
can't say that, dude. I mean, you got Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, As much as I hate to admit it, sometimes Pearl Jam was part of it. I
But
mean,
everybody kind of lost their edginess. They really did. I mean, the only one I really think kept it maybe a little bit was Alice in Chains.
just think if Seattle wasn't doing what they were doing, how far and deep would the hair metal have gone?
It was ending. It was ending with Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses was putting an end in bands like Metallica. They were putting an end to the glam rock.
Well, I mean, they were, but it had a lot to do with the fact that grunge was hitting the market. And that's because the sound was changing. I mean, now you can't find stuff on the radio at all that has like The way I like to tell people, it's overproduced. If you're trying too hard to make it sound perfect, and that's what it sounds like music sounds like today. Everybody's trying too hard to make it sound perfect instead of just leaving the raw recording and just the emotion in it. I mean, that's what music is missing today.
Oh, there's no talent involved anymore.
No, I mean, yeah, I can't say that. A lot of these people are talented.
Are they really?
I don't give them a chance to find out, but I mean, there's some talent. I mean, it's more.
And I'm not talking
like I said,
about
it's overproduced. That's all it is. It's overproduced, and it's.
when it comes to, I think, the pop music, it is. I really do. I think
It's
I
not
think
pop music, dude. I've heard hardcore bands and metal bands and all this, dude, and it's just
yeah, but they're not studio made. Those, I mean, bands aren't really studio made like, like a Cardi B. I mean, she's studio made. Let's be real.
I wouldn't even use her as an example. That's just a sad
But
display of music right there.
that's what I'm saying. People like her. I mean, they're great pop music, club music, but are they really talented? I mean, what is she really good at?
Oh no. I'm not even going to argue that fact. Cardi B has no talent at all.
I mean, she can shake her ass and she can rap a few lyrics. I mean, is
she
that
is
really talent, or is that just, you're a good entertainer?
She's a glorified stripper. That's all she is.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That doesn't even take her clothes off.
Now, is she good for what she does? Yeah, I won't deny that. I mean, she's out there selling herself as a pop star, and yeah, I'll give her that much. An artist, to a point. I mean, she's no different. I can't sit here and judge Cardi B, especially me, myself, being from the 90s, like I said, and you had people like Madonna doing Justify My Love, and we thought it was the greatest shit ever. So I don't want to sit here and be judgmental, and look, okay, you and I mean, let's tell it, I mean, we've been knowing each other since we were in our teen years, and we're older gentlemen now. So,
hey, I still haven't hit my 40s yet.
But look, continue.
It'll just skip past that one, huh?
Yeah. And some of the things you and I seen maybe in concert or on videos is maybe not even with Cardi B as extreme as what we saw, and we're sitting here complaining about it. So that's why I gotta be careful, because I don't want to see him be judgmental in the sense of, well, you just don't understand. No, I understand better than anyone because I lived through maybe even worse things than Cardi B. But yes, is she a talented for what she, like I said, for what she does as an entertainer? Yes. Is she a music artist? No, by no stretch.
I see. I can't agree just because I didn't watch it, but the performance, I've seen clips of the performance she did on whatever award show that they all pat each other on the back with and all that. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And the song she sang was even worse. I can't see. There's no real talent in that whatsoever. Look, yeah, remember, I'm a musician, so there is no talent in that. I can't stand by that. I can't even. No.
But like I said, is she an entertainer? Yes.
That's all she is. She's an entertainer, man.
Exactly. Is she a talented artist? Like I said, being an artist maybe of what she does in the form of entertainment, yes, I'll give it. If that's your art, fine. But are you like a talented songwriter? No.
That's where everything got screwed up, is because you started getting all these people claiming that certain things were art that just, I wouldn't even classify them as art. I mean, it started with that whole somebody probably put a trash can and threw a bunch of junk in it and placed it in certain ways, and they're like, that's art. It speaks to me. To me, I saw a trash can. That's what I saw. And knowing me, if I saw it in a museum, I'd probably throw my popcorn bag away in it.
Hey, that flying bag was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
The what?
The flying bag from American Beauty. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh, that's a great movie, dude. I mean, it's creepy, but it's good. I mean, Kevin Spacey's actually good in it.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've seen that movie.
It's crazy. Like, this guy, older man, gets fascinated with his daughter's friend, and he like starts going through this midlife crisis and shit like that, and it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, and it's a crazy ending too. It's like, whoa. Yeah, but it's actually a fine, good movie for mid 2000s. Oh no, maybe early 2000s. A very good movie when movies were still good, which we will tackle on this podcast.
Yeah, we will. Like, I mean, see how we just sat here and talked about. I didn't even think we can talk about Cardi B for 10 minutes, and yet we wasted 10 minutes of our lives talking about Cardi B. I kind of wish we can get that 10 minutes back, but well, I guess we could if we just rewind, right?
Well, what the hell did I just say?
I was thinking, be Cardi, you know.
What the hell was that? It was now, when, then, from Spaceballs. Can we go back to then?
But you gotta understand that that's gonna be lost. Depending on who listens to this, that may be lost on some people. Which I found that talking to a guy that I play music with, he's in his 20s and all. He's never seen like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, or I mean, just movies like that. There was another one I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I'm playing on. I'm like, man, you're gonna come sit down and we're gonna watch some of these movies, because you can't go through life not seeing some of these cult classics.
Blazing Saddles.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with Blazing Saddles. You got to be careful with the generations under us. They may get offended by Blazing Saddles.
They can't separate comedy.
I heard a joke one time that someone saw Blazing Saddles, the edited version for TV, and the whole movie was about 7 minutes long. I was like, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was a joke, but you know.
It's one of the funniest movies ever, man.
Oh, it's just, well, I mean, you can't. I wish he would make another movie, but all the movies he made, if you go back and watch all his movies, they're not so like.
Oh, you talking about the great Mel Brooks?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't think I'd have to say his name, but I guess you're right.
The audience. Yes, the audience.
I forget, man. You know, I think I got that mentality that people should have seen such greatness that he has produced.
History of the World Part 1.
Oh gosh, that's a great movie.
Oh, I love it. That's a great one.
My two favorites still by far, I would have to say. Don't get me wrong, all his movies are great. Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles.
That's another one of my favorites. Young Frankenstein.
My two favorites have always been, and I don't know why, but well, obviously I know why, Spaceballs, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. Old Star Wars too, not this Disney crap. And Robin Hood Men in Tights.
No, that's a good one. That was a good one for one of his later ones. I thought that was good. He had another one after that called Life Stinks, where he became homeless. It's not his best work, but it's got its moments. Where he plays a homeless guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's rich, then he becomes homeless for some reason.
Oh, see I'm jotting that down right now. That is going to be one that I'm going to have to check out. I have never seen that movie.
Yeah, like I said, it's not his best work. It's him. He stars in it, and like I said, it's just it's comical. It's not like the other stuff he did.
Right.
You know, I never really watched To Be or Not to Be. I never have watched that. I've
seen it, but I can't say that I can remember a lot of it. It's been a long time.
I've seen Silent Movie. That was hilarious.
That's another one I haven't seen. Wow.
Yeah, that one's crazy. With the three main characters is it's Mel Brooks, Dom DeLuise, and Marty Feldman. And it's a silent movie, and they got to go through all these things to meet different stars for a movie. Yeah, you got to see it. It's crazy. They do it like one of the old Benny Hill style with them moving quick and everything.
That's awesome. Well, I can tell you this: if that's not something, I mean, just from the few minutes or however long we've been on so far, that somebody hasn't gotten advice on some great movies. Hopefully, that y'all go check these movies out, because I mean, you won't be disappointed by anything.
Yeah, why they're still around.
Mel Brooks
too.
as a director, you will not be disappointed at all. I mean, it's Because I mean, right now, if you're waiting for Hollywood to come out with the next great thing, just wait. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a movie that's already been done. They're just going to redo it again. That's the MO right now for Hollywood, because it is just bombing and sinking, and they don't know when to abandon ship. They're just going to try to stay afloat. They're like Leonardo DiCaprio and Homegirl in the Titanic. She just won't get off the door and give some room for Leo. You know, poor Leo.
A movie that was like, talking about a crazy movie when you're going in to see it. I went seeing it. I was on a double date with it.
All right, so I was about to say, dude, if you went to see Titanic by yourself in the theater, then the next episode of this podcast, we're going to address Chris's masculinity.
Can't say that, man. We're going to get banned. We are a diverse podcast, so we can't. We got to be careful what we say, you know.
Oh, what about you? Oh, I can't say masculinity. Is that
No, it's toxic, man. It's toxic.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for the Twitterverse now to get a hold of me and tear me a new one for, I guess, bowing down to the Twitter gods.
You will, sir. You will.
Yeah, I
They
mean that's
all bow down.
That's dude. I mean that's what Hollywood thinks. You got to bow down to them because they make money to pretend they're somebody they're not. That don't make you, man. That don't make you great.
Yeah, but that's another story for a different time.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the Titanic, shall we? It was 1902. I was a young lad.
Wait, you were born. You were around in those days, weren't you?
Good for my age, yo.
Huh?
Look damn good for my age.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that, huh? 111 years old. Or 120.
Hey,
no.
they got some kind of man in I think it's Japan or China or something. He's like 120 something probably.
It's all that ginseng.
Oh well, and also because when they probably said, "Man, we just built the biggest boat in the world. You want to come take a ride?" He was like, "No, I'm okay."
It's okay, yo. It's okay.
He didn't want to get on no boat. I don't blame him, man. And back then, I mean, look, you came at me tomorrow and said, "Man, I got tickets to the biggest boat ever built in history." I'm gonna tell you straight up, nah, I'm good. If it ain't a fishing boat, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, speaking of boats, back in 1998, when the Titanic movie came out.
You said 1902. Which one is it now?
I was joking like I was back in time, but you know, went over.
Oh well, no, go ahead. Go ahead. It didn't go over my head, man. I was.
But no. What I was gonna say was, it was weird going into a movie where you kind of already know what's going to happen, and that's like the whole point. You go watch this movie. It's weird. I remember going and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I've come to the movies to watch a ship sink.
No, I get what you're saying, because when you go see a movie like that, and I don't know if you do this, but I do this. I go to the movie. I know the outcome. I know what happens. I'm a history buff. I like to study history, but I hope that it changes somehow. I'm like, man, maybe the outcome will come out different. Like, and I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but when I watched that Pearl Harbor movie with old Ben Affleck and all them, and I was hoping it would come out different. You know, I was hoping that we would just like kind of win at Pearl Harbor, but I mean, it doesn't. You know.
Wait, the whole tragic thing about it is the love story that they make up for this tragedy. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
if you think about it, they do that with all. They did that with Titanic. They did that with Pearl Harbor.
They did. They did.
I'm trying to think of another. They do it. They turn a tragedy into a love story, and it's like, huh.
Instead of trying to just make the movie, I guess they had to do it for a chick flick. I'm assuming, you know, no offense to no women out there, but it was a chick flick.
Wait, see, we're gonna have a buzzer on this show. Anytime you say something that's not appropriate or that's not, you know, like.
Okay.
Somebody,
I'm sorry.
We can buzz you, so you can't say chick flick. You got to say a gender neutral flick.
It was targeted for the female audience.
There's the buzzer again. You can't identify. You can't choose their identity, man.
Okay, well, that's the way it's going to have to work. Female, chick, girl.
XY chromosome, whatever it is.
Yeah, it was targeted for a chick. Okay, let's
Oh,
just
it
say it.
definitely was, dude. And the only, like I said, if you went and saw that movie back in the day in the theater, you were on a date. If you weren't on a date,
Now,
well,
it
oh,
okay. Now, as a dude, if there was no love story, I probably would have want to watch it for the boat to sink without the love story.
that's the. I hate to say it, but that's the best part of the movie. I mean, I know
But
it
you know what?
sucks. But
I think it would have been now if they wanted to do like more of a without the love story instead of doing it focused on Jack and the redhead. Won't you just make it like different stories of the different people on the ship, and then that movie would have probably been better. Even though I know Titanic was a big hit, but I think it would have been even bigger because it wouldn't have just targeted a certain audience. It would have targeted majority. Now, could have you put a love story in the mixture of one of those stories? Absolutely. But it wouldn't have been the focus. Like imagine if they would have just concentrated on everybody equally in that movie. Like Kathy Bates' character, the rich Texas woman, and then you had the captain of the Titanic, maybe the band that stayed on the deck. I mean, get to know these people, see how their lives were up to that point, and then you'll have some feeling for them when something happens. You see what I'm getting?
yeah, it gave you more backstory on each, and you can start following instead of just following those two.
Exactly, and you would have felt the pain of everybody. I mean, even though I think they tried to get you to get to know some of them, but they didn't get the time like Jack and old
And I'll
Red.
be honest, you see, you didn't even realize it, man, but you kind of segued into actually. So I bought this book a week ago, and I gotta say, I'm almost finished this book, and I don't read books like that fast, but I'm almost finished this book. And that's what they do. It's about six characters coming together to pull off the most insane heist, but you get invested with each character, and I like how the chapters jump from character to character, and you kind of instead of just focusing on two people, you're in it with all six of them. I like that kind of thing because
Yeah,
then it gives you more to go off of, more to focus on. I mean, it's just
you invest into them.
right. And then this same author. I mean, I don't know. I
It
haven't
was
read
like
these books yet, but I'm gonna check that out. But they supposedly got some show coming out on Netflix for the other trilogy they did called Shadow and Bone. So I'm gonna read the books for that first before I check it out on Netflix,
Game of Thrones. They
which was great up until the last season.
it kind of started to sway around season 6.
No, 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 no.
Well, no,
I
no,
like.
you
I
gotta
think
remember.
Game of Thrones was awesome until the last season. It seemed like the
Okay,
last season was rushed.
as someone who's read the books,
Well, I've never read the book, so
I'm telling you, okay, they didn't have enough book material to go on. A lot of that stuff from I think season 6 on was what Dan and Dave wrote. D&D, the directors of Game of Thrones, and they wrote like in the books. I don't know if you knew this. There is no Night King.
well, that's the ice guy, right?
Yeah, the king.
It's
Now
been so long. It's been so
they
long since I've seen him, man.
they're all White Walkers, but there's no Night King.
Huh.
That's a made up character.
Well, see if they'd have got a hold of Tolkien and borrowed his flying eagles and all that kind of stuff from the Lord of the Rings, a lot of this war could have been solved already too. Then flying eagles could have solved a lot of problems for a lot of people.
Speaking of Tolkien, you heard about the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon, huh?
No, they got to wait. What?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings series is gonna be on Amazon. Guess what?
We already know what happens.
No, it's gonna be like in the Second Age.
I still stand by what I say though. When it comes to Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings was it was a good trilogy, but they could have done it all in one movie if they'd have just called them damn eagles and let them fly old little Frodo over to the volcano, drop the ring in, boom, be done. And then it could have just had the rest of the movie could have been little, just a big party in Middle Earth.
Hey, take that shit out of here, yo.
I mean, it could have been, they could have made the movie, like I said, one take. Now, we wouldn't have got the awesome battle scene in the second movie, which was the best battle they did. It seemed like they were trying to replicate it in the third movie, but they just couldn't grasp the intensity of like they did with the second one. I guess that's the way to say it. So I don't know.
Well, I like them all. I think Peter Jackson did a good job with the Lord of the Ring trilogy. The Hobbit sucked.
And man, the name of it, the name of the movie, and it's probably going to come back to me. And so at least by next show, I'll have the name of the movie. But you really got to watch Peter Jackson's first ever movie.
What's that? Oh, you don't remember the name?
I don't remember the name of it. I got it. I have the DVD somewhere in my house. I mean, it is so low budget, so cheesy, but it's so awesome. It's about aliens who come to Earth and they harvest humans for meat to take back to their home planet so they have meat for their fast food restaurants. I mean, it's the
Like sounds like something from Killer Clowns and Out of Space.
Oh, dude, it's way more low budget than Killer Clowns from Outer Space. In fact, Peter Jackson had to play like 3 of the characters in the movie. That's how low budget it is.
Is it called Bad Taste?
That's it. That movie is awesome.
The Power of Two Monitors.
There you go, man. Look,
Uh-huh.
I thought about, and the sad thing is I got my iPad sitting right in front of me, my laptop sitting right behind me, and I could have easily looked it up, and I chose to go old school and just like, you know what? I'm going to probably go try to find the DVD and come up with the name. That way we have it for the next show. But hey.
But you know what?
It's the power of the internet, man. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Power of the internet.
Power. No, I'm glad you brought up the Lord of the Rings because I want to tell you about that show on Amazon. Rumor had it. Guess what?
What?
It's gonna be woke.
Ooh.
And yes, we will tackle that shit on this show. Hear it now from my lips. We will tackle wokeness in pop culture and our fandom. See, I can't even say it. Fucking pissed off. God damn it.
You get mad. Got them all cussing and stuff.
They fucking ruin shit, man. Fucking ruin it.
They see. I can promise y'all right now. We are not woke. In fact, I'm so far from woke. I'm probably Sleeping Beauty, which is another one the woke family people are getting rid of. No, that's Sleeping Beauty. They're getting rid of Snow White. Yeah, that's who they're getting rid of because it's supposedly statutory.
They get rid of. Don't say the R word. Don't say the R
I'm telling you,
word.
they get rid of Snow White because it's statutory rape for a guy to kiss a girl that's sleeping.
Don't ever say the R words.
And they're getting rid of Dumbo and all that. That's that woke culture, man.
Well, no, they ain't getting rid of Snow White. They're getting rid of the prince. He's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah, they're getting rid of the dude. The chick ain't the problem.
Man, you heard they cancel culture. Man, that's like a tongue twister trying to say that. They just like I'm not even going to say it. Anyway, cancel culture. Man, I can't get it out. Cancel culture went after James Franco. And now Seth Rogen turned his back on James Franco.
I heard about that. What a douchebag.
Wow, you're supposed to be his boy. You don't even know the truth. And man, you I mean, he threw him so far under the bus, a second bus came and ran him over.
I know. What loyalty, huh?
That just shows right there you don't want to be Seth Rogen's friend because the second you get in any kind of trouble in your life, I don't know that guy. He's that guy, dude, if the police pull you over, he's going to be like, it wasn't me, dude. Look, actually, he's got the drugs in his pocket right there. Check him right there, pointing right at you, That's Seth Rogen.
Yep, without a doubt.
I mean, granted, I get if James Franco really did all that, I can't say he did or didn't. I mean, the only people who know that, and then he'll have his day in court, which that's what this country's founded off of. But, I mean, I bet you he didn't even go to James Franco and get his side and say, hey, man, dude, like, are these allegations true, bro? Like, you really like a creep?
And what are the allegations?
Harassing women, I guess. I don't know. That's the weird part. They don't even say.
Huh.
But it's something to do with women, sexual misconduct with women or something like that. I don't know, man.
No telling, huh?
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's what if you are have any kind of fame in your life, you're gonna have to be careful because all it takes for you is to go out one night, a one night stand with somebody, even though it could be consensual, and all of a sudden, boom, they could flip the tide on you trying to get money out of you. It's all it is. It's a money game, man. They're all trying to get paid.
Yeah, you look at Deshaun Watson for Houston Texans, man. He got like
Dude,
30 something allegations against him, and he's trying to get them all
I know he's
taken
fighting.
care of.
I mean, if you have one or two, that's an easy fight. 30? Huh. I don't know how many he's got, but man.
I mean, if you really don't, look, I see it like this: if you really didn't do anything, don't ever give in. Fight for your innocence. I mean, if he's that innocent, fight for it. I mean,
well, that's it. Because what the culture is trying to change now is, so in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty. But the way this cancel culture is going is you're guilty until proven innocent. We're not here to prove our innocence. You're here to prove our guilt. You know?
You know where that started at?
Where?
At Duke University, the lacrosse team.
Oh yeah, the lacrosse boys.
Oh yeah, that is where that all started, dude. I was working at the sports store at the time, and that was a big deal. So me and the former manager decide, let's see if we could get Duke lacrosse shirts in. Dude, we sold out like 3 orders of them. And one day I'm working, and this lady comes in, I find that offensive. I'm like, ma'am, I don't do the ordering here. I just sell the merchandise. Well, I'm calling your corporate. I'm like, ma'am, they ordered it for us. And she just didn't know what to say. She walked out, and dude, we made a killing just with an idea me and Easy had. It was an idea technically, but the corporate's like, okay, good idea. Sell that shit. And it turned out, nothing came of it because those boys were innocent, and all because of a DA want to be reelected.
Huh. Well, they got I don't know. I'm looking it up right now. Duke lacrosse shirt.
If you never seen the 30 for 30, the Duke lacrosse, I would recommend that.
Well, I found Duke lacrosse shirts.
Well, these were blue with the white letters across it, and yeah, it was probably the ones they sold in their stores. I'm sure it was a basic. Dude, you can't be doing home shopping when we're on the air.
I'm not, man. I'm looking up for the people, man. Maybe somebody out there wants a Duke lacrosse shirt. I mean, I did find a really awesome shirt. It says hunting, fishing, and loving every day. I wish
his lives has never been the same, dude. All because of a lie. Because some scuds that.
Well, that's why I take every precaution to make sure I'm never put in a situation where I could even be pretended to be lied on.
Dude, the chick's like in jail now for murder. The one that accused him and lied for the DA, she's in jail for murder on a separate charge.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like,
why does that not surprise me? Wait, isn't it a crime to lie against lie under oath?
I don't know, dude. I don't know anymore, dude. A lot of these, allegations. You don't have to prove shit anymore. I mean, look at all the supposed college rapes on campuses. I mean.
Aren't they going after old Les Miles because he's covering up that LSU boy?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I'm saying most of the time you hear all these allegations against these guys, and the school expels them before they even had their moment to say anything. It's like, dude, she just said I did. I mean, I don't even know the chick. And nope, you're suspended. It's like, what? And that's what's ridiculous, dude. That's bullshit. At least let them have their moment. I mean, they're being accused. They have their right to say that, but they're not doing that. It's bullshit.
I don't know, man.
How did we get on the rape culture in colleges?
That's the best part about this show, man. You start somewhere and you wind up in a whole different place.
Going down the rabbit hole.
Hey, sometimes that's the best part of this world, man, is when you dive down the rabbit hole.
Not me. I can't swim.
There's not water in the rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
You never know. It's got to hit something, don't it?
Well, now we know Chris needs to watch the Alice in Wonderland series.
Yeah, but that was like a land of mushrooms and hyperdelic drugs and shit. I'm so game.
Psychedelic?
Psychedelic, whatever, dude.
Oh, man. Hyperdelic. Well, I guess if the water was filled with holes, it would probably be like hyperdelic drugs, huh?
I don't know.
Because isn't it like a hyperbaric chamber that you got to get in if you dive and you get oxygen in your blood and all that kind of stuff? So you got to get in a hyperbaric chamber. So maybe it's a hyperdelic drug if you dive down a rabbit hole that's full of water. So maybe I'm digging in too deep on that.
Or maybe it's a well.
But then why would a rabbit be living in it?
Because it fell in it.
It wouldn't last very.
I found a rabbit in a pool. They like water.
All right. You found a rabbit in a pool. Was the rabbit alive?
Yes.
Don't lie.
I actually took care of it, nursed it back to health. I named him HBK.
HBK?
Mm-hmm.
And what did that stand for?
The Heartbreak Kid.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something clever like the Heart Bunny Kid or something.
No, it's the Heartbreak Kid. Then I released him in the wild 2 months later.
Only for a wild animal to attack it and eat it.
He didn't want to leave me either. He was like, I was like, you gotta go. And he just sat there and I'm like, you gotta go. And he just sat there and I'm like, you gotta go. You know, me crying, go. And he took off finally.
Man, look, that happened to us as kids, man. We had a baby duck. We raised this duck. And then the duck was getting too big. We were like, all right, we can't keep you in a little pen or nothing like that, man. We got to set you free. So we brought him to Laughing Ear Park because, Laughing Ear Park's duck sanctuary right there, man. So we brought him to Laughing Ear Park. Be free, duck. As we're sitting there, because this duck knew humans, so it would walk up to humans. As we're sitting there, some people came and snatched that duck up, probably to take it home and eat him.
That's not so.
That's messed up, man. We named him Plucky the Duck.
Dude,
somebody ate Plucky.
Dude, when I let him go and he started running off, next thing I heard was a gunshot, and I heard, I got dinner, Mom.
I got dinner, Ma.
Yes, we live in the southern parts of the world.
Yeah, but that you won't hear none of that around here. You may hear gunshots, but it ain't somebody shooting dinner.
No, someone's stealing money for dinner.
Somebody stealing money or a car or, I don't know, baby daddy dramas or something going on. That's about what you hear.
We will say we're in South Louisiana.
South Louisiana. South Louisiana.
South Louisiana.
You gotta say it's Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Or the way the rest of the country thinks everybody in Louisiana talks. Like I say, like we're some kind of.
I got a tongue twister for anyone who's not from here. If they hear this, Chapatoulas. Now go learn how to spell it.
Chapatoulas. Man, I can't confirm this, but there was a company. I'm not going to say the company's name unless they want to be a sponsor. But on their application to apply for this company, one of the questions is for you to spell Chapatoulas. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
I mean, that would weed out people that live probably a block away from Chapatoulas.
Jeff. I don't know how to spell Chapatoulas.
I was just about to ask you. You're probably looking it up right now, huh?
No, I'm not. But I don't know how to spell it either. I know how to pronounce. Actually, if you can pronounce it and be from here, you're good. It's like the same pass you get.
Chapatoulas, man.
Actually, no. If you read it and pronounce it off the bat, you get a pass.
If somebody sees it and reads it, they're gonna say to chop to.
Exactly.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick because I know how to. I've read it for so long.
To chopper.
So looking at it, it would be to chop it oleus.
Yeah.
To chop it oleus.
That's what I'm saying. If you can read it and pronounce it in the first time, you're good to go. Fair enough?
Well, I mean, look at
you don't need that's the main thing. If you can read it and say it on the first try, that's the thing. Not if you can spell it. If you can read it and say it in one try.
Yeah, and a lot of people that's what they. So when I drove Lyft, That was the funniest thing, man, is hearing some of these out of towners try to say the name of our streets. And they're like, oh, well, what's this street? You know, like my favorite one is when I drive them down Calliope. And they'd be like, oh, Calliope Street. I'm like, no, it's Calliope. And they're like, no, it's Calliope. I'm like, no, 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 it's Calliope. You go ask any native person standing right here on these corners right now and ask them what the name of that street is, and they're going to tell you it's the Calliope Street, not Calliope. That's not how we roll out here. Now, obviously, if you can't guess where we're from now, just from what we're saying now, then I think whoever has to go back to geography class.
I like going out of state and saying, they'd be like, where you from? Nolans? I love that one. Nolans?
The best one I got was, and this was from somebody local. They saw the NOLA tattoo on my hand, and they asked me if I was from the Magnolia Projects. And I've never stared at someone so blankly in my life. I just stared at them. I'm like, my jaw agape, and I'm just like, huh. I didn't know what to be more dumbfounded about. The fact that they didn't know how to spell Magnolia, or the fact that they didn't know that NOLA was New Orleans, Louisiana. You know, I mean, I didn't know which one to be more dumbfounded about.
Well, where I live, it's been well documented that we're the oxycodone capital and
well, that's because of that
was
selling
capital.
Them. Yeah, it was because of that doctor that was selling them off the side and everything.
I don't want people to know where I'm at, dude. You know, I mean, there was a documentary about where I live, and it's like, really? Here?
Well, that's the funny part. You go that way, right there. You got the oxycodone capital of the world, and then you just go 2 hours to the west, and you got, and it was proven, the happiest city in America.
Who's that?
Now, maybe somebody can email us the name of that. If you don't live there. If you live there, well, we can't give it to you.
Happiest city in the world. Biloxi Beach?
No. West, Chris. West. Not east, west.
Lafayette?
Yep. It was it went down. I don't know what the criteria was, but it went down as the happiest city in America.
Lafayette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it too, man. Every time I go to Lafayette, I love Lafayette. Lafayette's a great place. I mean, it's a great little city, and it's expanding. It's awesome.
One day we're gonna have to do a show without Cajun accents.
And speaking of pop culture, I mean, I guess it would be considered pop culture, but one of the biggest Christian pop stars is from Lafayette. In fact, she got banned from singing in the French Quarter because she didn't want to wear a mask to sing. So they wouldn't let her sing or something crazy like that. And I'm like, what? So, yeah. Go figure.
And her name, Jeff? You know her name?
Yeah, Lauren Daigle, man.
You got to tell people her name. There's a chick.
Oh, well, I thought people.
There's a chick that's got banned in the Quarter. Oh, yeah,
that's a lot of women.
She got banned from doing the New Year's Eve thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because she didn't wear. Oh no, because the gathering for one of her.
Yeah, it was the gathering. Yeah.
They weren't wearing masks or something, so she got banned from doing the New Year's Eve thing. That's what it was. But I mean, that's ridiculous, man.
Latoya the Destroyer.
Latoya the Destroyer. Dude, we need to make a New Orleans comic book, and that could be our supervillain. Or that could be one. That could be one of the villains.
And then the other already in work, dude. we late to that party.
Well, we could also use Negan could be in it, man, and he could be the master of Chocolate City, and it could be like the evil Chocolate City. You know what I'm saying?
That first black guy that we got. I remember that. God, that was like, oh God, what did he just say?
Yeah, that was cringeworthy after Katrina hearing him say that. I mean, everybody in New Orleans was like, "Ooh, you shouldn't have said that, homie." But he said it.
Cringe. But you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, man.
Well, actually, I think it went better than I thought, man. I mean, we
good.
kept it rolling, and Next week we'll be a little bit more formatted. We're gonna hit on certain subjects.
Yeah,
and
next week
mostly
we're gonna try to
yeah.
touch on some topics. I know one topic we wanted to touch on was Mortal Kombat, the movie, the new one.
Yes, Mortal Kombat, some
Maybe
Star
maybe
Wars.
maybe
We're
we'll
geeks.
yeah,
What the
touch
shit is, bro? We're geeks, dog. So you got to deal with it. We're gonna talk about everything, and we're gonna fucking stick up and fight for what we believe in.
and we'll touch on some hopefully some Gina Carano coming back, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more info on that and
I
hear
just
what I can
while
hear.
we were sitting here, I was browsing through the YouTube too, and I saw something that said about erasing Star Wars erasing the later trilogies.
It's
The Ray stuff and all. So that's may be something we touch on too, man. I'd like to touch on that.
I could what I've learned on that. That's kind of old.
Well,
But
save it for the next episode, man.
no, that's what I'm
We
saying.
ain't got to come out with everything today,
No,
buddy.
That's what I'm saying. When next time you want to get into that, I'll talk to you and let everybody know what that's all about, because there's a war at Lucasfilm, and I personally want to hit on that
Oh yeah.
in the future.
Well, so there we go. Next week, man, we got some topics right there, and hopefully y'all come back and join us on it. With the Mortal Kombat, what we thought about it, Star Wars. I mean, the drama surrounding Star Wars. I mean, we could probably do 3 episodes just on that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. There's every week there's news breaking out of Disney. So
all right, man. Well,
next week, man,
huh?
To next week, huh?
Guess so, man. So next week, see y'all later.
There's no definite day yet when we're gonna put these out, but we're working on it. So everybody just work. We're gonna work on audio too. So give us a break. We're new, and we're gonna work in baby steps, right?
That's it, man.
All right, dude. You have a good one.
All right, bro. Later.
All right.